Hey guys, it's me again. So it looks like in my last video I stated that I'll be doing more videos, so that's really exciting that I'm actually doing that. So I decided I was thinking like, what should I do? I was just thinking kind of like, what can I do that I deal with a lot, like as an artist, like when people come to me for counters, what are common questions or things that I know a lot of people have asked me about, or just things that people I know are probably would be interested to know if you are not as familiar with the NARS cosmetic line. By the title, Orgasm versus Deep Throat. The reason why I'm comparing these two, or why I'm talking about those two, is because they have a lot of similarities, I guess. I don't know how I could explain it, but I'm having troubles with like words, like English words today. I don't know why, but I'm not like on top of it. But anyways, okay. So I guess what I'll do is I'll talk a little bit about both of each blush, and then I'll talk about why I wanted to compare the Deep Throat to the Orgasm. So these are the two blushes: Orgasm and Deep Throat. My lighting's not very good right now because it's a bit dark out, and I'm using lamp lighting and obviously kitchen light, so it's not really great for color, but as you can see they are very, very similar in color, which is very obvious. And just for the record, I'm not wearing nail polish. That's my natural nail color. I've been asked that many times, but anyways, so this one here that I'm moving, this is the Orgasm blush. Okay, I've had it for a very long time. It's very well used. I do grab it. This is really nice because it does have like a nice satin sheen to it. And then this one is the Deep Throat. Okay, very similar. I think the first thing you're going to notice in this one, the difference is that this one, the Deep Throat, has an actual textured sparkle and for the shine. Like it's not a sheet of light, whereas in the Orgasm it has. So okay, so let's just talk about the Orgasm blush. It's the #1 slime blush in the world. I mean, it's crazy popular. It's very, very well known. It's been the #1 slime blush for many, many years. I could go on and on about it. It states that it works on all skin tones, and you know what? I actually do believe that. Regardless if you like how it looks on your skin tone, that's a personal preference. But in my opinion, I do feel that it's really, really beautiful on all skin tones, from Casper the Ghost to Tyra Banks, and everyone in between. I do feel that it does work, and this is why. The Deep Throat blush is a beautiful natural pink. So on people who are more fair complexions, like moi, it shows up a lot more pink. You can add a lot more to pop a color, or you can do a very light layer with a brush and get a nice light flush tone. Then when you move your cheek, it does have a little bit of a nice beautiful highlight glow effect as its highlight, and that's really beautiful. And I guess that's part of like the Orgasm glow, I guess, because the finish of the highlight is very natural, and it literally looks like it's like a sheet of light. So on darker skin tones, I find the reason why it works is because of the gold sheen, which is the genius part of this product. Because if it didn't have any gold sheen to it, it would not nearly show up at all on darker complexions. So what it does do when I do apply on darker complexions, that because of the gold sheen, it kind of acts a lot more of a highlighter rather than a blush, I find. You can still see a slight pink tone. I think it just depends on the undertone of the girl or guy, and how dark they are, right? So on really dark complexions, it will show up as a bit of a highlight glow on their skin, and you won't really see as much pink at all. So that's why it works on all skin tones. It's very universal. Now, again, whether you like the way it looks on your skin tone is more preference and comfort. So the other thing is, I know it's the #1 slime blush, but not everyone is actually crazy about it. I do have customers come in and they say, they're not crazy about it because when you put it on a darker complexions, or anyone that has more warmth in their skin, the warmer it is, the more coral or peachy it will go, because the gold is a lot more apparent. So I find a lot of Asian customers or people with an Asian background, they don't care for the orgasm. They come back and they're like, oh, I don't like the orgasm blush as much because it goes peachy. It looks really peachy on me. And so, what would you suggest? And I always go to the deep throat because it's very similar in that natural flush pink tone, but doesn't have that gold satin sheen. So it has that silver. It has a silver. Kind of like highlighting the texture. It does have a bit like an actual sparkle, but don't be scared of the sparkle if you are concerned about that for different reasons, because the sparkle I find is really fine and it doesn't actually enhance the appearance of pores or lines. It's true that sparkle does and shine can enhance the appearance of it, but I find because the sparkle is really fine, and because when you swirl on a brush and you blend it out, it spreads it out, so it actually isn't as apparent. You still get a little bit of sheen, but not nearly as much as you may think, because you see when you look at the tester or the product, you can see the sparkle, right? But it's because it's compact, so all the sparkle is there, but when you spread it out and you apply it, it's not apparent. Another tip is when you take your brush, this is the Yachio, my favorite, hello friend, when you actually apply it on the brush, when you tap it off, a lot of sparkle will actually just fall off, at least it will kind of spread it out more, or not spread out, sorry, it will actually kind of fall off more, so you don't actually will have as much sparkle on your cheek. I use that term sparkle loosely because it is a very fine sparkle. So it's not when you think or hear sparkle, you think the actual glitter, right? Which it is, but it's a fine grade. The Super Orgasm, for those who know the Super Orgasm, I actually don't have the Super Orgasm in my kit because I don't really use it. I would use the Orgasm blush and then add an actual sparkle on top of it, layer it. I just know that I wouldn't use it. So the Super Orgasm has that sparkle that a lot of us are actually worried about because it is a larger sparkle that will actually go into pores if you have large pores or whatever. That is the kind of sparkle you want to stay away from if you're concerned about it. So that's the main difference, is that the deep throat will not go warm, it won't go pink or whatever. However, the thing about the deep throat is that it does not show up on all skin tones as much because it is very light. So you need something a little bit deeper. If you still want I do have the blush, but I don't want to run and spend 5-10 minutes looking for it. But a nice blush alternative to the deep throat, if you want that nice natural pink flush, Amour is a really nice matte dusky rose color. It's a bit deeper. Crap, I wish I brought it, but I wasn't thinking. Anyways, that's really nice on darker skin tones or olivey skin tones. That it will be a nice natural pink, kind of like as if you were to achieve with the Orgasm and the deep throat. Yay! So I kind of hope I kind of explained a little bit about it. I'm only 8 minutes in. I don't know if that's really long or not, but anyways, I guess, you know what? I'll add more to this video. I do have here, because I'm prepared, somewhat, I have the multiples. I'll do a whole video on the multiples, but I'm going to talk about the Orgasm multiple as well, because there's a little bit of a miscommunication, misperception, maybe, on the Orgasm multiple. So I have my Japanese palette here. I have my Bobbi Brown foundation sticks, and these are Face Atelier concealers, cream concealers, which I don't really use them that often, but I really should. Quite nice. Anyways, and then over here I have multiples, and I actually have, believe it or not, I have these three here. I depotted my MAC cream, what are they? Cream bases? Are they? Not cream bases. What are they called? They're like in the round, not the jar kind, but the one with the flip up cap. This one is, I have one, it's pearl, and then there's fantastic, so whatever those ones are, I can't remember. Sorry. Anyways, so the multiple orgasm, a lot of people when they pick up the multiple orgasm, they think that it's going to be a blush. It really is not a blush. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to convince anyone that really is a blush. When you look at it, I mean, this is the Orgasm multiple right here. This guy is beautiful, but you know what? Honestly, when I swatch it, okay, and then when you look at the finger, yeah, there's pink and color there, but then you go to blend it out, and it's like the color just disappears, and all you're left is with, oh crap, there goes my computer. All you're left is with the actual sheen. You can see it right there, right? So the multiple really isn't for blush. I love using the Orgasm blush or Orgasm multiple and layer it underneath other blushes to layer on top, like powder blushes. It really is just more so like a highlighter. I mean, like I don't. It's beautiful. I mean, like it somewhat shows up with ever so slight pink, like not enough to even call it a blush. Like I wouldn't put this all over the face. Like I wouldn't use it like I would use my Copacabana, which this is more of universal highlighter, right? It's that white sheet of light. So this could look like it's from all over, but because it still has that ever so slight pink, it really doesn't. It just really doesn't. It just doesn't show, but you can see it ever so slight pink. So I wouldn't necessarily put it all over. So a lot of people think, oh, I love the Orgasm blush, so let's try the cream version, and then they try it and they're like, it doesn't show. So yeah, so just a warning: the multiple orgasm stick is really not there for the color. It's more for the actual texture. And what I like about it is that it enhances the glow part of your blush. I mean, I like to mix all different kind of blushes. Like I use the Orgasm blush. I wonder, you know what? I'm gonna put some on my face. That's what I'm gonna do. So this is the multiple orgasm. I'm putting on my cheek. I can't really see it right now because of the angle I'm looking on the screen. So I wonder if I'm doing this even right. Probably not. But I don't put blush on me very often, so that's probably why I feel can't see here. I'm trying to look in the mirror here on the side. But anyways, do you guys see it? Really? Do you see a little bit of a glow? Do you also see there's ever so slight little bit of color? That's why I wouldn't put it all over. Anyways, so what I've done with the multiple orgasm is I actually put it underneath the Exhibit A blush, and it just really popped up a bit of a glow. So in a way, it's just another bit of a highlighter in a way. I mean, check it out. See if it's something that you would use. I think it's a beautiful product, but just know that it's not really there for the color as much as it is there for the actual finish and texture of what it does. So yeah, so I think that kind of works for what I'm trying to do today. This video, I don't want to keep it too long. You know what I will do before I go, because I'm trying to think here, because when I do videos, I don't really do makeup on me, and I think that it kind of helps you guys kind of understand when you physically see it compared to me just sit here and talk. I just don't wear makeup really, well I do, but like I don't wear, like, you know, I would never do a big smoky eye on an everyday basis. Anyways, so I'm going to apply the Deep Throat and the Orgasm on each cheek. Now remember that I have the Orgasm multiple on this side. I didn't really think this one out very well. Should I put the multiple orgasm on the other side? Oh, forget it, whatever. Orgasm blush. So I'm going to put the Orgasm blush on top of the multiple orgasm. Okay, so I'm using the Yachio. This is my mirror. So right here. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to really see much of a difference. And that is another thing that I noticed, that you really don't see much of a difference as much when you physically put it on. There's ever so slight of a difference physically when you see it in person, when you do put Orgasm and Deep Throat on each side. I'm just going to buff this off. And then I'm going to go into the Deep Throat here, put it on the other side. This guy. Definitely. Like, if I was to wear makeup, like if I was to, like, honestly, like, wear blush, I would definitely do more natural. So I would do the Deep Throat for me personally. Because it just looks a lot more natural for my skin tone. That's just my personal preference. So right now I'm looking at both of them, and I'm noticing I can see the multiple underneath the Orgasm. I find that it really pops the glow, gives you more of a sheet of light, like really just enhances the glow. So it still is beautiful, you know? So that's the difference. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah. And we'll see what I'm going to do in my next video. Someone did comment in my last video that to do the review on the new NARS concealers, and I am going to do that. I just got creative, or I wanted to do this one first, but I'm going to do a review on it, And yeah, so until then, let me know what you guys think. Comments, reviews, whatever, not reviews, but like, let me know what you guys think about the orgasm and deep throat, or if you've used it or whatnot. But yeah, that'd be great. Okay, see ya.